Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast with Sirvyper. And last we left off, we were pretty far back, and I blame that on some technical difficulties with my computer. I haven't actually had internet access for a while, so that's not necessarily my computer's fault, but more so a fault of myself, I guess. But yeah, so I got a lot done since then. The entrance is pretty much complete. If you head on up here, you can kind of see it's got a nice little fiery tower. It doesn't become quite visible until you get pretty far out, but that's okay. I kind of like the way it looks. I'll leave it as is. But yeah, you got your two skeletons and a creeper. Just kind of chilling with some leather armor here to greet anybody who comes through the portals. I got all the portals set over to here now, so I'm pretty much almost moved completely in here now. The only thing that I'm missing at the moment is I need my villagers and I need my cows and pigs and stuff. So I still have all that functioning on the old base. But for now, I mean, I'm pretty well set up here to where I can function and do whatever I want to do. I think I showed this last time. I got the forestry farm going. This is almost completely automatic now. If you head on over here, man, my frame rate is just dropping like crazy. It's because of this rain. But as you can see, I have this thing entirely composed of cocoa. So this thing is just pretty much running solely on cocoa. And that is being funneled into it by this exporter, which is telling the thing that it wants to give it cocoa. So that way, it always stays full, even if I'm not physically there to fill the cargo manager with cocoa. And then from here, obviously, I have it set to where it's taking all the logs and stuff and spitting it out into my system, which I think I showed in a previous episode. But yeah, so that coal coke is technically coming from my cactus farm, which we'll head on over to next. And you're like, say what? Cactus? Yeah, cactus. I have this one harvester over here that is just cranking away. I got a platinum upgrade up in there, so it increases the radius by 10. It's pretty massive. It does seem to kind of lag a little bit. Like, it doesn't seem to always break them as soon as they grow. That's okay. If I ever get to the point where I have too many of these, I just flick this switch and it'll actually stop this machine. So you see how, like, the idle is going nuts. Well, if I flip this, the idle stops, and it just won't move. So there's, just in case if I go completely crazy on cactus, I can actually stop this thing and process what I got. So that way I'm not overflowing myself with cactus. But so far, I mean, it's been a real give and take kind of thing. So then what happens with that cactus is that it all gets imported into my ME system. And then from the ME system, it gets exported all the way over here into my cocoa covens. And then from here, basically, it turns the cactus into cactus charcoal, and then the cactus charcoal into coal coke. And then from there, it just exports back into the system, or imports back into the system. And then basically, like, the way I have this designed is that there's a gate that essentially waits for a redstone signal, and once it gets that redstone signal, it extracts. And then from over here, I have another gate that is basically sends a redstone signal when it's empty. So it always constantly sends it over. Now, it's probably a little more complicated than it needs to be, but it's working, and I don't want to mess with it again. So I'm not going to. And then I have that system mirrored over here. As you can see, it just plopped that down there. It got imported into the system. And now that was empty, it sends that signal over there and tells it, hey, I need another one. And it pretty much, it's pretty consistent. I mean, as soon as this one's done, it sends it over here, and it's fast. It does exactly what I want it to do. And then this over here is actually a water tank. And I primarily have this because I don't have one of those infinite water pools. And this thing actually automatically fills itself up when it uses water. So it judges how quickly it fills up with water depending on the biome, and of course if it can see the sky. I obviously have it obscured from the sky, so it's not going to fill up as fast. But because I'm in an ocean biome, which I believe is what I'm at. Yeah, ocean. It does fill up relatively quickly. So as you can see, it's going relatively fast. Not incredibly fast, but I don't really need that much water. And the reason why I went and did it that way is because I want to ultimately have a squid farm at some point. Since I'm so high up in the air, I want to have squids. So to do that, I want to limit how much water is accessible within the chunk and within the areas that I have loaded up. So yeah, that's that. And then of course, once the cactus coke gets sent in the ME system, it then converts it into coke by displaying 8 of it, and then I cannot talk. I'm sorry. 8 cactus coke turns into 1 coke, and then it just shoots it over here once it needs it. So it's pretty efficient. I recently quarried the nether, and I got tons of this tainted soil, which is just complete junk. So I'm just gonna throw that over here, like a though, and put that water in there too. I've been using that to make upgrades, and this thing is just zippy. Look at this. It's like killing it before it can even show up in the menu. I have 8 upgrades here. Another thing I want to show you is that I got these interfaces set up on here. And this is really an awesome setup. It's working very nicely for me. Basically, it's got 12 upgrades, 12 overclocker upgrades. That's because it's cooked up to an MFSU. And I got 2 of the transformer upgrades on here. But just to kind of demonstrate, let's grab some sand. Here we go. So we got sand here. And now the cool thing is that with these interfaces, it'll automatically input anything. I also have it set up to take glass, or to take sand and automatically make glass, but I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes. Because I have this ejector upgrade, which basically automatically outputs whatever's in here to any side, as long as there's a side available to accept an input, it'll actually use the top as both the input and the output. So I can use this one interface, and it works perfectly fine with the electric interface, or electric furnace. So I put this in here, and just watch how fast it cooks this stuff. Look at this. Already about a half a stack through, and you're noticing that it's not really showing up here because it's actually importing it already into the ME system. So boom, done. I just cooked an entire thing of glass within less than like 20 seconds. So I got it mirrored on this setup, and then basically with this one I also have it set to where it takes cobblestone and turns it into stone. So that way with my ME system, if I choose to make some more stone, which I'm using a lot of force bricks, welcome to Chicago by the way, because I'm using a lot of force bricks, I need a lot of standard bricks in order to convert into force bricks. So it's been quite a challenge, and I am just overloaded in cobble now. If you can see here, I have 281,000 cobble. If I run out of this stuff, it's my own fault at this point. If you head on over here, I actually have this cooking, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I got this. It's cooking lead right now, but this is also another one of the situations where it's pretty much automated now. I got 3 of these hoppers, and then a chest at the top just to kind of put more items in there. So what you would do is you would put some items in here. This automatically keeps this filled with lava from the nether. And then from there, it basically outputs the liquid into these systems. I got switches over each and every liquid duct, so that way if there's any left over after this, I could just flip the switch. Kind of like what I had in my old base. And then there's these hoppers down here, which basically exported out into these pipes, and then you can kind of see they're shooting out over there. So yeah, this thing is pretty much done, and I have it really tall now. I have it pretty much where it can take about a stack and a half, and it's quite awesome. I'm really happy with how this came out. So, and I felt like when I found out that I can actually put the drains on any level and it'll still output the liquid from the bottom, I was really happy about that, because I was a little worried about that. I have the base right below here, so technically these drains are about 1 level above the bottom liquid, but it still actually sucks it up. So really awesome. I'm glad it's like that, because cosmetically I really didn't want to have to put yet another layer of seared bricks where I didn't really have to. Plus, it's kind of cool. You can actually see the liquid right there on the first floor. Like, oh, dude, that's so cool. So, I'm happy with that. Very, very happy. So once I finally get to a point where I can move my mobs, I actually already have my farms set up here. I just gotta plug it all up. You know, I kind of went through an inner debate on if I was going to have the mobs on the first floor where all my other stuff is. And I kind of went ahead and decided, you know what, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And primarily it's because I need the milk easily accessible. So like these two is actually going to be dedicated to cows, and they're going to be pumping milk for me through the harvesters that'll be here. And then of course you'll have your sewage plant and your feeding station right above it. So that way when they need feeding, I'll be able to put food into it, and it'll breed the cows and fun stuff. And then I got a section for chickens, and then, well, I don't know about chickens. Maybe pigs, and then maybe something else. Maybe sheep, because I could put a harvester and have the harvester actually shear the sheep. So maybe the sheep and then pigs. So that way I got a full spectrum, and then maybe it's another point I'll build an actual chicken stock with water, so that way like when the eggs drop, it'll be picked up. And all that fun stuff. This is my dead wall of shame. You'll notice a lot of these heads from the old base. I went ahead and I moved them in here, so now I have my wall of shame here. Yeah, and then it's just got these little hallways that kind of lead into everything. I got my berries over here, and it includes the nether berries too, so I can pluck these anytime I want and just go nom-noms on them. Got a nice little lava fountain for this area and a series of columns. It really came out nice. And then I also have my super laser design here. This is kind of in the same premise as DJ Pimp Daddy's Uber Ultra Laser of Death. I made a lot of these on accident, and I still have not used all of them, actually. I'm probably going to extend this about one more block and maybe move this down one. But yeah, this is my Ultra Laser. And it actually goes pretty quickly, too, because I have it just directly going into the lasers from the pipes. And if you want, let me go ahead and head on over here real quick. I'll show you how it works. We'll just take about a quarter stack of redstone, just because I don't want to make anything too big. But I can use some more gates, because gates are awesome, especially with automatic wooden pipes. So put that in there. Select that and let this cook. And as you can see, all those lasers are touching it. If we head over here, it is taking 121 MJ a tick right now, and it's already got 2 down, 3 now, and look at it. It's just gone. It's awesome. It definitely does the trick. So this thing could run pretty smoothly. It originally had a pressure plate down here to kind of control it, but honestly, I have so many MJs being produced that it's not hurting me. So this is the bedroom. This is where magic happens. And by magic, I mean nothing of the sort, because I'm always alone. So if I could put tissues here. And this is my, this is technically a thing of hand lotion. But no, this is basically, you got your force armor here, you got your leather armor here. I think that's iron, yeah, iron, bronze, and steel. So yeah, it's just nice little decorations and stuff. I got my power suit thing here, my record player here with all my records over here, and extra tools that I had in my system. I just went ahead and I threw over here. I got like a thaumium sword, diamond sword, bow, a shovel, you know, just decoration, really. It really isn't anything that I'm like gaga over. And this thing, I would love to open and actually put stuff in, but I don't know how to open it. It won't open for me. So I don't know if maybe I'm just doing something wrong or what, but yeah. And then I moved my my fireflies, my jar of fireflies over here. So yeah. And then this isn't iron, actually. This is aluminum blocks. I went ahead and I used those because I'm actually pretty much using aluminum for nothing. Which is really funny, because in 1.4.7 for Minecraft Pack, I was using aluminum for everything. Now I'm pretty much using it for nothing. So, really sad. I did dive into a little UU matter. Yes, a little UU. I have some UU now. And I've been using that to actually make some emeralds and some glowstone. So yeah, that's been really nice for me. I got the recipe for diamond here, but I don't really use diamonds. I got iridium, but so far I haven't really found a use for iridium yet. Grass blocks just because I'm lazy. You got your emerald ore, redstone, lapis, and then gunpowder, which gunpowder is probably the most not expensive, but the most required resource that I need right now. Both glowstone, gunpowder, and lapis are totally needed. Redstone I have quite a bit of an abundance of. I just needed another recipe to throw into the work table, basically. So, yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the only other thing I've put is this pattern encoder, which I've been using for the interfaces, and that's pretty much it. It's really nothing major. So yeah, the only other thing that I can really show you at this point in time is that I have been doing some quarrying, and I want to kind of show you a little bit about how I've been doing it, because it's actually kind of fun. Oh, we got some creepers. Oh wow, what the heck? I am lagging so bad. My freaking thing is not keeping me up in the air while I got creepers looking at me like they're gonna blow up. Probably should fly away. Let's see. I think I'm at Quarry 2 now, so let's go ahead and fly over to Quarry 2. I stopped mining at Quarry 1 just because of the fact that, like, I really did rape the area. It's pretty raped. But it's not, like, cleaned out in a great way. Like, I got all this stuff in the center that I missed, and honestly, one of these days I should actually go in there and clean it all out, but that requires work. And I don't want to work. I just want to bang on my drum all day. Yes, we'll fly over here. Yes. Okay, here you go. And as you can see, you got freaking squids everywhere, this kind of thing. But these are done. I tightened up the concept of what I was doing prior. So basically now these two things work side by side. So now instead of a three block center, it's a 2-block center, which is a little more easier to work with. I mean, as far as cleaning the area up and stuff. Yeah, this thing I think is already done. It's already mined to the bottom. So at this point, we're just checking out the view. Checking out the view, guys. Look at this. This is crazy. We got holes in the wall. Holes in the wall. I'm glitching. And I'm suffocating. There we go. The one thing I love about this world is that even though there's no torches down, it's bright everywhere. So, it does still spawn mobs, though. The light level is still unaffected, but you definitely don't have to worry about seeing where you're going. So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I just got this kind of quarrying a little bit more efficiently now. I tried to burn this tree down. Not very effective. Probably because I'm in a snow biome, but what are you going to do? But yeah, the next thing is that I'm just going to move it down, plow the next area, move it down, plow the next area, and just keep going from there and there. And then, basically, I just have a snow floor, just because. And then these two quarries side by side with one item and then one energy. And it basically just does everything I need it to do. So, yeah. So that's that. Let's go back to the book. Another thing I've been doing with the UU matter is I've been making the water, the source water blocks, because those you can actually use in the nether for nether quarrying. Yeah. Here you can see the big block of water. Yeah, buddy. Land is destroyed. I'm lagging so bad right now. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. Alright, so we'll drop down on the book. Get the heck out of here before the creepers see me. And then blow up my book. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the nether real quick. I'll show you that. Read the book. Read the book. There we go. So yeah, I think this is technically done, but I'll at least show you what's been going on here. So yeah, I got the water source block right there. It just drops down. And, oh, that's interesting. It actually kicks up part of the pipe. And we'll just do a kamikaze job. Oh, wow. He's mad. Yeah, and there you go. It's carried to the bottom. And this is all water. So. Hey, what's up, buddy? I am lagging way too much to fight you. So I'm not going to. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so that's basically how I've been quarrying the nether. Now, I also set it up to where I do have a link to the old place through here, and then the new base right here. So I'm just going to go through the new base portal, obviously. And yeah, and then I just got a bunch of these darkwood trees growing, just to kind of give a little more, you know, aesthetics. I already got one of the floors done. I just got to put the iron bars down and kind of build that up. So yeah, it's excuse me. So it's coming along, and I'm really happy with the way it looks so far. And yeah, let's show you the work area. This place is a mess too. Yeah, you got your milk over here, which I'm actually full on. Yeah, look at that. I got my force stuff here. Let's see, is that increasing? No, that's pretty much staying level. And then of course my lava there. So, and this is, again, something I'll probably never put in. Just haven't needed it so far. So as far as, wow, I'm like spinning around in circles. There we go. So as far as getting my EU, obviously, as you can see, I'm getting my MJs through all these force engines. And it's the two Tesseracts right there, 1 and 3, are giving force liquid to all 6 rows. And then, of course, milk 1 and 3 is giving milk to all of the, you know, engines as well. And then that's pretty much powering everything. I mean, everything's really taking MJs at this point. And then it's just tons of ME cable snaking all over the place. And, yeah, it's a mess, man. I got my squeezers here, squeezing all of the force logs that drop down here. It's looking a little desolate right now. And then getting all my EU, I have this one MFSU that's plugged in this way. And it's basically getting power through these geothermal generators. And how it's getting lava is I have a igneous extruder that's making cobblestone. And it's basically exporting that cobble into the magma crucible. And then the magma crucible is turning that into lava, and then from there, it's actually, from this one, it's putting lava in both the below generator and the generator to the right. So it's getting a full source of lava at all times, and it generates a pretty healthy amount. It's still going to technically lose some energy, because the UU, the mass fabricator, it takes quite a bit of energy. So it's going to drain it. But once it fills up, this thing actually fills up pretty quickly. And I'm thinking about extending it by like another 2 here, and maybe like another 2 on the side here if I have enough room, which I think I do. But yeah, so that should help out. Worst comes to worst, if I honestly need the energy, I can always snake the cable down and over here, and then maybe replicate the system on this side, just kind of evading the cable here and just going from there. So yeah, I mean, this has been pretty much efficient for everything that I've needed to do. I mean, I know I'm wasting so much MJ. It's almost ridiculous how much MJ I'm wasting. But if I turn the system off, my squeezers go nuts, and then force logs go flying everywhere, and it just really becomes a scary, scary scene. So even though I'm wasting it, it's just nuts. Yeah, and I have this set up just because like it's getting about 100 MJ per cube, and making the whatchamacallits, the quarries just go nuts. So it's been really nice. So yeah, that's about it so far. I mean, future plans right now is that I want to get the second floor done. That's one of the things that's absolutely important to me. No mobs are spawning in here because this is force brick, and force brick is exempt from mob spawning. And then over here, I just got all these lights to kind of light this area up. So I mean, I got the hallways done. I just need to get the center area done, and then from there, just kind of do it all that stuff. One of the ideas that I have is I want to move those initial books over into like a portal room and have that here. I also want to move some of my mob spawners over here, so that way I can farm mobs and get some more stuff from that. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot of plans. I'll probably open up a 3rd floor above and just keep that empty for whenever I need to make any expansions. But for the most part, I mean, I think a 2nd floor is all I'm going to really need. And then I'll just have to go from there. But yeah, alright, so if you liked the video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Subscribing helps out a lot. And of course, be sure to check out all of the great content over here at Minecraft Uncensored. Linux puts out a lot of great videos, and hopefully my videos are decent as well. Yeah, and of course, if you have any suggestions, please let me know, and I will be sure to try to implement them. I know I'm only really scratching the surface. At some point, I want to get into Thaumcraft and get that going, and getting some bee action. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Alright guys, until next time, big balls.